And hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. I am. I'm feeling terrific. Earlier today I went for a bike ride. I rode up and down there's a little road nearby that goes next to the bay. And it's got lots of little trees. Actually, it's got lots of big trees that provide shade, and I don't know, it's just really nice. Also, I will brag a little bit. I think I went about 2 miles this time, consecutive 2 miles without even touching the handlebars. That's right, just like that one Flowbot song. But yeah, I felt pretty good about that. Anyways, you can see here that I'm making a little book. I've called it the Seaward Sparrow. It's the story of a little bird named Simpson. I cut out some little pieces of paper all of the same size, and after I spent a long time doing that, it took longer than I expected, I realized that I could have just used some blank index cards, and I would have got it almost the exact same result. But, I'll remember that for next time. The first thing I did was I sat by the window. Like I mentioned before, it's been raining a lot this week. I sat by the window and kind of I guess brainstormed would be the best word. I brainstormed and thought up this little story. It's very short. It's only like 11 or 12 sentences long. I sat by the window and thought it up, and then did a little storyboarding. I don't know if you know what that is. Just I kind of really did rough sketches for each little picture and scene. That part's not included in this video, unfortunately, but after I was done with that, I came here to my desk and turned on my camera, and I did what you see here now. I wrote each little sentence on a piece of paper consecutively. I sketched in my idea for each illustration, and then inked it in. For this drawing, I used my Staedtler pens for no reason in particular. As far as inspiration for this, I think a lot of the children's books I read growing up, but I wouldn't necessarily call this a children's book because, as my mother pointed out to me on Facebook, she messaged me after she saw it, this story probably doesn't instill the best work ethic in these small, growing citizens of the world. So it's probably just a small book for adults, not a children's book, if you know what I mean. But I also got I ordered a book on Amazon by Edward Gorey recently, which is what inspired me to make this book. And he has a bunch of weird little stories that are short, and they're just weird, is the only way to describe them. They're definitely not for children either, that's for sure. But yeah, I just try to keep all these little illustrations simple. The part here that you see in this video took me about 6 hours, so probably the whole process took about 8 hours, which is much longer than I expected because I felt like once I was done it had only taken about 3 or 4 hours. Time is a strange thing when you're drawing. The world around you kind of fades out of existence, and you're just sitting there in your own little world. But now we're coming to the end of this part of the video, and I think it's probably best if we read this book together. What do you think? All right. The Seaward Sparrow. A little book. Partway through Tuesday on a Tuesday, Simpson was at work. He worked at a small enough bank at the tip-top of a tall enough mountainette. Simpson was having some trouble with a couple of fresh banknotes sticking together. The customer cleared his throat. Oh. Scary. Today is a different day. Simpson's manager is explaining some new policies. Simpson looks forward to pulling worms out of the ground later after work. There's something about these humid afternoons that gives worms that odd, tangy aftertaste that really takes him back. But Simpson had to stay late to run some numbers for the Hubblewhat's account, so it was far too dark for worming. Three small bugs were dinner that night. The next day, Simpson decided not to go to work anymore. He didn't think a bird really needed a job. And that's it. I had a lot of fun making this. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.